Plump burgers slow-cooked to juicy perfection. Piled-high sandwiches fired up with a blowtorch. And cocktails like you've never seen before. Firebrand Saints isn't just one of the tastiest restaurants in New England, it's also one of the smartest. Located in the heart of Kendall Square Cambridge, Firebrand Saints is a busy, high-energy spot smack dab in the middle of the region's technology hub. The area is home to hundreds of startups. MIT is across the street, and the Android phone was developed right upstairs. While you don't have to be a rocket scientist to eat here, the person next to you just might be. So when chef-owner Gary Strack opened the restaurant, he knew his love of technology would be a good fit.
You want your restaurant to really match the neighborhood environment that it's in. There's a lot of innovation happening outside, and so we want a lot of innovation happening inside.
And that innovation is on full display in the open kitchen and in the bustling dining room, where one wall serves as a canvas for local street artists, and another features ever-changing Etch-a-Sketch-style renderings pulled from Google Street View. Even the TVs offer up some interesting techno art.
I knew that a bar needed a television, but we didn't want to do it the normal way. So the first screen leads the other screens through a series of different modes, and it can be linguistic analysis modes, it can be color modes, it can be RGB, different stuff like that, but it's really fun to watch.
When it comes to the food, Firebrand prides itself on serving neighborhood pub food that's elevated to exciting new levels, like spicy chicken wings cooked in pork fat and topped with bacon bits, house-made tortilla chips served with roasted tomato salsa and warm queso dip, buffaloed rock shrimp with blue cheese fondue, and deep-fried battered onions that go way beyond the plain old ring.
The onions that we do are 5 different kinds of onions, including spring onions and red onions and Vidalia onions. We actually slice a couple of apples in there. There are a couple slices of potatoes, then we do them batter fried, and it comes out with a completely different experience, but it's still kind of our version of the onion ring.
Then there's Firebrand's take on burgers. They're thick patties of premium beef that are impossibly juicy thanks to a high-tech, slow cooking process.
Our beef burger is a mix of brisket, sirloin, and chuck. The burgers are actually slow cooked in a steam environment for about 50 minutes, and then they're tempered on the grill, and it allows them to maintain all their moisture and juiciness, and you come up with a much better product.
The beef burger is spectacular and a real steal for only $9. But for something a bit different, there's also an old world style veal and pork version.
Veal and pork is a more classic European combination. I love the flavor of veal mixed with pork. I think it's just absolutely delicious. Roasted tomatoes and a beautiful creamy Dijon coleslaw over the top of it. I don't know a lot of other places that serve anything like that.
Roasted meats are a big part of the menu here, and they're all cooked in a classic French rotisserie. There's luscious lemon sage chicken with Parmesan mashed potatoes, a piled-high porchetta sandwich featuring thick-cut pork and plenty of crispy skin on grilled country bread, and an enormous fire-roasted rotisserie platter for 2 with beef, pork, pickles, and sauces.
It's just a great way to share with a group of people and sort of eat communally, which is something that I really like.
But of all the meaty options to choose from, this is the one you should probably order. The slow-roasted beef French dip au jus with Vermont cheddar. It's a sandwich that's close to Gary's heart, and he makes it the right way.
I'm originally from Los Angeles, where the French dip came from. We do it very similarly to the way they do it there.
So the tender beef is sliced to order and piled up on a roll that's been dipped in jus. Then it's topped with a thick slice of aged cheddar that gets melted by a blowtorch.
We want to keep the beef as rare as possible, so we need to melt that cheese fast, so we do it with a blowtorch.
And when that beef, cheese, and bread all come together, the results are simply sensational.
It's very, very juicy, very tender. The bread is phenomenal. It holds the juice just the right amount, and the meat's awesome.
To wash it all down, there are fun and inventive cocktails, including something called the White Trash Margarita.
We use a good kind of tequila, but everything else is kind of lowbrow. So we make it with Minute Maid, limeade, and PBR. I think it's delicious, but it's definitely a lowbrow treat.
In fact, lowbrow is a good way to describe Firebrand Saints, because they serve seriously great food, and they do it without the attitude.
We take things very seriously in terms of the preparation and the service and all the rest of it, but we make sure we have fun while we're doing it.